All right, so let's take a look at a new situation here. Here we have a two-way frequency table where I'm curious to see within maybe a household or age group who shares a computer. Okay, so as you can see on the top, we have age brackets of 12 to 13, 14 to 15, 16 to 17, 18 to 19, and then the question of do you share a computer? It's a yes or no, and within there we can see how many of each said yes or said no for a total of what 256 people. Now, the new concept they're going over is what's called a conditional relative frequency table. And the first word you see there is conditional. Conditional. So I am asking, based off a certain condition, what data might show up. And here the condition is given a student's age. So we're saying under the condition of a student's age within these brackets, I want you to find the relative frequency the student shares a computer. So because it's conditional, it's been based off age. Well, we know that 40 out of 50 said yes here. We know that, let me find a better pen, 10 out of 50 said no. Okay, so that's our condition. And I'm not showing you the decimals right now. You'll see that below in a minute. I give you all the answers in decimals. Okay, it just would be too jumbled up. So if you are within the age bracket of 14 to 15, that's our condition. Do you share a computer? Here we can see that 47 out of 72 said yes. 25 out of 72 said no. And again, our total would be 72 out of 72. Okay. What about from 16 to 17? Well, our conditional would be 42 out of our total of 78. Said yes. 36 out of 78 said no. And 78 out of 78 answered. And then for our last one, 18 and 19 would be 22 out of a total of 56. 34 out of 56 said no, and then our total is 100%. And we can do the same thing with our last column, trying to figure out how many total of all the age brackets said yes, and we could say that's 151 out of the total 256. We could say 105 out of 256 said no, and out of the 256, we could say all answered. Now, like I said earlier on, I didn't take the time to compute them just because I knew it'd be too jumbled. But as you can see coming into our screen in a second is going to be all of our answers to this problem, okay? And which will be in our notes. So you can see that all of them were just broken up into their decimals.